Hello students, and welcome to Designing Aerobic Conditioning Programs. My name is Dr. Santoni. I want to take a minute to introduce myself via video. After I've just read all of your intros and actually had a minute to respond to a few of you and intend to respond. I think I have two more I have to still respond to Nate and Casey. I've read your contribution. I'll respond as soon as I'm done this video. I just wanted to get it up. I'm getting over a cold, so I'm sorry that I sound a little cold-like on this post. A little about myself. I started at McDaniel August of last year. Academia is really a second career for me. My background started in commercial fitness and led me into a career working in research and development with equipment manufacturing companies. So I've worked for Cybex, I've worked for Octane, Life Fitness, and it's been a wild ride. I would not change a thing about my career, and just really love the experiences that I've had. In reading some of your backgrounds, I think some things that might be relevant is during my time in New York City. I'm from Baltimore, but left here in '94. I moved to New York City, and I just moved back here. So I've been in New York for a majority of my professional career, really getting involved in athletic training and commercial fitness early on in the game in New York. I worked for Equinox. I've had the opportunity to do wonderful things, like train the Mets for the Hospital for Special Surgery. I've done in-home personal training. I was the Weston workout girl. So it's, again, like I said, it's been a wild ride, and I wouldn't change it at all. I also became a very vocal mouthpiece regarding the need for a standard of practice amongst personal trainers, which actually is what led me to come back to the Mid-Atlantic and work with legislation on the first bill to be passed to regulate personal trainers in Washington, D.C. So that's what led me back here, and now I'm back here permanently and very happy about it. In New York, I opened the first 2 licensed personal training schools, licensed vocational personal training schools. So really have a lot of experience developing training programs, having my career depend on their efficacy, and then just really kind of transitioning away from this idea of education happening within the fitness environment and really feeling that in order to maintain a standard of practice that's high enough, it really needs to happen in an academic environment. So that's a little bit about myself. A little bit about the course. I've also done nonprofit work. I know, and so I developed a program for the Women, Infant, and Children program. I actually developed something in New Rochelle, which is in New York. I developed something called the Fitwick program, which was, my computer keeps freezing, which was a program that worked with the Women, Infant, and Children program, which is like a food stamp program. And then I created with that organization a way to bring in people, train them to provide exercise to those children, oftentimes who were overweight or obese, ironically. So I've done a lot of work with the YMCA, a lot of work with the YMCA. I still do work with the YMCA. So we have a really wonderful opportunity that our class is so small. We're 5, And the reason I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself is that I would love if any of you would like some advice, career advice, if you want a job, or whatever it is that I can help you with. I'm here for you. You can call me, you can text me, you can email me, and I'm available. So just some technical things for next week. The way I want to handle it is that I gave you a reading that's going to kind of serve as the foundation. So the goal for the end of this module is for us to get to know each other, but also, on a personal note, I think it's hard to know people if you don't know them on a personal note. I'm a mom. I have 3 children. I guess you can kind of tell that. I'm in my youngest daughter's room right now. I just had to move a bed into my youngest daughter's room for my oldest daughter because the air conditioning isn't working in her room. That's probably too much information. But I'm a mom. I have 3 children, 12, 7, and 5. I played lacrosse, not in college because I couldn't. My computer just froze again. I couldn't manage academics and sports. I just couldn't. What else? I guess more things will come up. But if you need anything, like I said, just reach out. Just reach out. I'm here. And oftentimes I work amazingly well on text. So you have my number. Please feel free to text me. So the goal for the end of this objective the learning objective for the end of this module is to exhibit understanding of aerobic conditioning principles and performance. So what I want to do is for you to take the reading, the main reading, and outline it with the major components that I think that the article does a great job at outlining, and it's very discreet. And then take the other readings and the other information and kind of layer that into your outline. I do not care if the 5 of you send each other an email and say, hey, I'm going to read chapter 1. I'll outline chapter 1 and send it to everybody. I'm not enforcing that because I completed my master's degree and my PhD while I was working full-time. And I know that all of you are also doing that. So I'm not going to force you to work in groups. That was the most annoying thing to me, getting, especially my doctorate. It was ridiculous. It was just so hard for me. So I would encourage you to work together because I think it will economize on your time, but is not a requirement. And just don't be that person who ends up doing the work for the whole class, because then that's not everybody else's fault. So there are 5 of you. If you want to break down that core reading and do the, sorry, I froze again. I'm going to have to, I don't know why that's happening. That's fine with me. And then take the other support readings and layer in information that you need. Because then what's going to happen is that many of you have given me the actual performances that you'd like to consider. So then we will look at those, and that your exam that you have on the 17th will just ask you questions to make sure that you have the material outlined from that main reading, and that everything is layered in there in a good way. Your primary response from this week is due on Wednesday the 14th. Your secondary is due on the 16th, and Module 2 is released on the 17th, and that's the same day that you have your exam. You should not be stressed out about these exams. If you've ever had me as a professor, what you would know about me is I actually don't believe in examination as any other way to make sure that you have received the information that I would like for you to have. So the exam is more of a way to confirm that you've extracted the information that I've given you online. So if you have any questions about what's due this week or need anything from me, you know how to get in touch with me. It was really nice to get to read about each of you, and I want to give you as much information as I can over the next few weeks. So I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to try to video check-in once a week. And again, I'm available really all of the time. And I'm on campus every day of the week. So if you're there and you'd just like to pop in, that's also okay. All right, so this is me signing off. My computer just froze again. Let me type this in. And I look forward to the semester. If you need anything, get in touch with me. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.